Good morning. I'm Tom Robinson with A&O Inc. We are an independent distributor of sinks and faucets in the Midwest. We started selling stainless steel sinks to granite fabricators about 10 years ago before they knew they wanted to sell sinks. When we came out with a line of faucets, we went to our customers, our granite guys, and said, because 99% of our customers are granite guys, we said, what do you want? What can we do so that, what are your concerns? What are you worried about with faucets? And so we tried to design these for granite guys in mind. I'll pass this around. This is our Shasta faucet. You want to pass some of these around. You can see it's nice and heavy. It's much heavier than anything you've seen on the market before. This is what I'm talking about with the granite guys. They were always worried about that the faucet hits the backsplash of the sill. So this is full on to full off. Okay, this is solid stainless steel all the way through, like your granite solid all the way through. It's not a finish on top of an unknown material like some of the other countertops. I'll pass these on too. Okay, this is the Shasta faucet. All our faucets are pull-out. All our kitchen faucets are pull-out faucets. You have. This is the Cascade that you ordered. If you look on there, you will see that the four goosenecks, the Cascade and the Hampton are identical faucets, except the Hampton is shorter. It's not smaller, it's shorter. The handle's the same handle, same head, same everything. Let me do it. First thing you'll notice about the Eclipse is just the weight. It's heavier than anything that your customers are liable to see before. As soon as they pick it up, we call it the built-in wow, because people, oh wow, this is heavy, this is special. Now, if you're from Kentucky, it's a built-in dang. I asked the lady who said that to me, I said, how many syllables are in dang? And she said, well, we took all the syllables out of Louisville and put them in dang. Okay. If you look at many of the stainless steel, Eclipse only comes in a stainless steel finish because it isn't a finish, it's solid stainless steel all the way through. They are sand cast stainless, which means all the parts are made with the same process. If you look at some of the big brand name stainless steel faucets, they are stainless steel finish on a brass faucet. That means two things. First of all, it means it's got brass interior, which means it has some lead, because they can't make brass yet without lead. The second thing is, if you look, you'll see three distinctly different colors. Not colors, but tones of stainless steel. Because this is usually cast, this is pipe stock, and this is foil on plastic. So ours match completely within the faucet. This is our newest faucet, the Appleton. The neat thing about this is that's cold to hot, so it never goes past the faucet itself, so you don't have to worry about the backsplash or whatever's behind it. We have just changed the springs. They will retract. Now, it does not have a magnet because stainless steel is not magnetic. Also, the magnets tend to wear out over time. This has a plastic, I don't know if you can see the plastic insert in the neck, that is replaceable. It can wear out over time. But with this new spring, that will be less of an issue. They have, even the water lines are stainless steel. Now, the good news is they're solid stainless steel. They're much easier, much harder to damage. Some of the plumbers don't like them because they like to bend the copper ones out of the way. If you want to pass that around, you can see it's nice heavy faucet. One thing that's unusual about the Eclipse faucets is they come with new supply lines. No other faucet that I've been able to determine comes with supply lines. And you go to Home Depot, these are a $20 or $25 item just for the supply line. So that comes in the box. It does not come with our other faucets. Okay, when you're selling the goosenecks, this is the display that you're going to be getting, or that you already have. The three faucets, the Poseidon, the Appleton, and the Cascade are all the same size, so you can cross-sell between them. This one, the Cascade kind of has a ring around the neck, where that one doesn't have that ring. Okay, but it's the same size. The handle, it goes back, it does go beyond the faucet, but it usually is above your 4-inch backsplash. If it doesn't, if it's an issue, you can mount it at the quarter point or even to the front. Now, that said, well, I'm gonna get my hand wet when I turn on the water. Well, the faucet's never there. It's either in this sink or that sink. It's not in the front. So as soon as you point that out to people, they usually understand. This is the Poseidon. Like the Cascade, this can be mounted in any direction. Okay, the heads are still solid stainless steel. This guy's a little more detail to it. Okay. Pardon?
It looks like the color of an eye.
No, theirs looks like ours. The faucets, by default, come with a soap dispenser. Okay? You can order without the soap dispenser and save $10, but I think you'll find that this is worth much more than $10. This is a top fill, so you fill it, you pull it out. The unique thing about the clips is it's got the stainless steel wick. Okay? Most of the plastic ones from doing this are broken. If I go to a showroom, it's a sucker bet. I bet you that soap dispenser is broken, and 9 times out of 10, that is correct. The Poseidon is the only one that comes with this different soap dispenser. Okay, because it matches the style. But it's got this, all the guts. But one of the things you'll notice about the Eclipse is we've made this spout much longer than most of them. The reason for that is our granite guys told us that they don't like it when they have to drill the hole too close to the edge and got to worry about a breakout. If this does drip, it drips on the bottom of the sink. It doesn't drip on the edge of the granite down the sink and make a mess.
Really? Yeah.
This is
Are these all stainless as well?
absolutely.
Okay.
I think there's a brass ball bearing inside there where it works, but yes.
But mainly stainless. Stainless.
This is the thing that holds this little clip is the thing that holds it goes on your faucet to hold it to your granite. This is kind of an interesting thing. It comes with a tool that you can reach up in there and tighten it. You tighten it as tight as you can, and you tighten the screws to put back pressure on it to hold it in place. Faucet also comes with a little tool. The aerator is that little screen thing on the end. This tool is to take that aerator off, and it comes with it. Most times the plumbers take it with them.
Will you leave us one of those kits to show?
Huh?
Will you leave us one of those kits to show?
There should be one in every faucet you got.
Oh, okay. I think I'm done through completely because we haven't mounted them yet, so.
Yeah, but it should be in every one.
Oh, good.
Okay, now, the one question we often get is, what's this? This comes with every one. This is a spacer if somebody's using it on laminate, or if you have a drop-in sink and you drip. You don't put it on if it's a granite, throw it away. But that's what that is. Okay. You'll notice also on there we have a couple of bar faucets. This is the Madison. It's our newer one. Nice and sleek. Again, you can mount this in any direction. This is a hot and cold water faucet. Maybe we'll just have my hand. Back. I don't know if you have a lot of wells and bad water around here with reverse osmosis or filtration systems. This is a RO or a filter faucet, so that this is made to fit to the reverse osmosis system. It's not, you can't connect it right to a cold, but it's cold water only. What's kind of neat about this is most of those are just about big enough to put a cup under. First of all, they're chrome, most of them, and they're small. This one is bigger, so you can get a pot under it. Also, if you don't use it, you can fold it out of the way.
Here's a back scratcher. One specific stick.
So the new term for this is the crossover faucet. This is a pull-out faucet. It does not go from flow to spray. We use a lot of these for bar faucets. That's why I call it crossover. It's a terrific bar faucet. The other one on there, there's two of them. The 3033 and 3032 both pull out, have a hose, but they don't go from flow to spray.
Are they only flow or only spray?
They're only flow. But it's the one issue we have with these faucets. Some people say, "Oh, I'm getting enough pressure out of my faucet." We get people saying they get too much pressure and you have to turn down a little bit
Really?
because if you see on here, see that's a typical brass faucet with a rough water channel. This has got a smooth water channel, so it does. You do get real good flow out of it, even though it meets all the low flow codes and all the modern codes.
What model is that, a 3033?
Yes.
Okay.
See, it doesn't. If you see, it doesn't have a. There's no flow to spray button. We sell a lot of these, but typically, that's the people don't like it as much for a kitchen because it doesn't have the button. Okay,
I can because I find the sprays.
if you go to the back, we also have lab faucets. Sometimes that lab faucet sells better out of the box than it does in the box because you can feel how solid it is and how sturdy it is.
Not the cheap one.
Now in China, they actually put those in hotels for 10 years, and after 10 years they take them out of the hotels, repolish them, put new cartridges in them, and resell them.
To us.
No. They're new to our market, but they recycle them through hotels because they last forever. They're so solid, and you can see that that's going to hold up the kids. Now, what's the biggest problem granite guys have with lab faucets?
I don't know, I don't do plumbing.
Yeah.
Pull up drain.
Yeah.
It hits the backsplash or it doesn't
It's
work.
disconnected.
Open, close. So this is like a vessel bowl.
Disconnected like in my house.
Well, exactly. Well, they have the wire through it, catches hair.
Uh-huh.
There's issues with it. Okay. Now the nice thing with this, if you do get hair, I don't have that problem. But if you get hair, and all you do is unscrew this, and you get in there, and it doesn't have the wire running down the middle to catch the hair. We do on there. The Rhone Alta is 8 inches clear, so you can use that as a vessel bowl. The problem with the vessel, if you're going to use it as a vessel bowl, you have to let us know because, see this hole? That's the overflow drain. And if you use this in a vessel bowl without a flow, we have a technical term for that. It's called leak.
Yeah. Big leak.
Well, a little duct tape, we do have them without, there is an extra charge for it. But we do have them for vessel
Why
bowl.
don't you automatically sell the vessel one with that? What is
Because
that?
most people use it as a lab faucet. It's not. Oh yeah, I
Just a
don't.
real
It,
tall one?
it would seem too high for me, like it would splash. But we sell a lot of them
Interesting.
for lab,
Okay.
and I get that question all the time. Okay, so heavy, unique, no finish to come off. I mean, you can damage it if you work real hard. And the best thing to do, if you do scratch these, if you take a green Scotch-Brite pad, most minor scratches will come out of it. Okay, all the components match, and it is lead-free. Mrs. McGillicuddy, the faucet in your house is made with brass. All brass contains lead. Here in Missouri, if there was as much lead in the paint in your house as there is in your faucet, you would have to warn people buying your house about the lead in the paint, but you're drinking water out of it every day. This is a faucet, traditional faucet like the one in your house. In addition to having up to 8% lead, it's got a rough water channel to build up its impurities. Did you ever hold up a glass and see stuff floating in it? That's where it builds up. This is the inside of a lead-free Healthy Choice faucet. Not only is it lead-free, but it's got a smooth water channel so it doesn't build up impurities. Your family deserves a lead-free Healthy Choice faucet. So did I pass these around?
Pop looking at it.
Now, if you like that presentation,
That's the,
and you said I won't ever remember it, you just scan that with your smartphone. It goes to a YouTube video of us, of me doing that presentation.
same thing.
It's a different card, that's a new card. What is that? It's the same that we had before?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
I don't remember.
Okay, that's pretty much a snapshot of the Eclipse faucets. Any questions that I missed? Any? Yeah.
I've noticed on the water inlets, they're all threaded. Is that just for display purposes or are all of them threaded? So if we do damage
I'm sure, yeah.
a water,
Oh, yeah, I've got some boxes.
Comes with the water lines.
oh, okay, that's where the water line goes in.
Yes.
So these faucets don't have the runs coming out of them.
No,
Okay, so that's where you,
because you don't have a hose.
okay. So that
But
puts
this-
into there.
that is
Okay,
the-
okay. All right. Gotcha.
And those
You understand
come-
what he's asking?
And those come
These
with
come with it, exactly.
Right, because you're not going to find that fitting in a hardware store.
Correct.
So it's like a Growy. I've had some challenges there once.
The faucets are not, they're not inert like a sink. You will have some issues with them. The most important thing about selling faucets, would you agree with me, the most important thing is can you make money and not have problems? Okay. Number one, we don't sell on the internet. So if your customer comes in and you sell them a faucet and put $100 or whatever markup on it, they can't go online and buy it for your price, your wholesale price like everybody else. You don't have to stock anything. We ship from Arlington Heights, Illinois, and our experience here is that it arrives next day. So if you ordered today, Tuesday, we would ship Wednesday, you would have it Thursday. So you don't have to stock anything. Although if you stock 5 or more, there's a price break in 5 more. We have reliable inventory. We have 3 warehouses in North Carolina, San Francisco, and Chicago. We intertransfer, so we have a reliable store. You don't have to worry about if this faucet is going to be in when I order it. If you do have an issue, there's really only 3 things that go along with the faucet. But if you have a problem with a faucet, and it's the first day, they call it 2 days later, they call, hey, there's a problem with this faucet. It's probably the plumber did something. The biggest problem we have with faucets is when you guys take the sink and countertop and everything out, you rattle the pipes. And if they've been building up minerals in those pipes for years, the plumber, the first thing you should do is take these water lines, connect them to the wall, and put them in a bucket with a rag and drain it real good, get all that debris out of there. If they don't, it goes right into the faucet. I got a call from a new customer a couple years ago. And he said, got a brand new faucet, this thing's not working, I don't want to come take these samples out, this is the worst thing that ever happened. So I said, well, wait, let me go look and find out what happened. So I went out there, and sure enough, the faucet was leaking from the button and the cartridge, it was a mess. So I took apart the head, and there's sawdust in it. So I looked under it, and they had remodeled the entire kitchen, and the valves are sticking up. Well, they never covered the valves, and it filled full of sawdust, and they never, as soon as they connected it right to the sawdust and turned it on, and all the sawdust went into the faucet. I can't prevent that. Our worst area seems to be Wisconsin, because in Wisconsin you have to be a licensed plumber or a homeowner, so all the homeowners do it themselves. So we have a lot of unique challenges there. But if, in fact, it's leaking, within days of putting it in, that's 99 times out of 100 that is the issue. We send a new cartridge immediately. What happens is, you get that call. You send me name, address, phone number, what they bought, when they bought it. I will call them, usually within an hour. Certainly within a business day. Like if I'm traveling like today, it's a little harder, but I will call them, diagnose the problem, and get the part on the way. A cartridge in our faucets can be changed. I can change them in a minute and a half. They're very homeowner friendly. It's very simple to do. We send the kit, all the tools except the wrench. They do need a wrench. Instructions on how to do it, We also, on our blog, we had clipstainless.net, we have pictures of it being done, we have videos of it being done, and we give them a phone number to call. If they have any problems, we'll talk them through it. So you're also welcome to give the customer my cell phone. We're passionate about this because you guys don't need to sell faucets, and if you have problems, you're going to stop. So we're going to take care of it, and I'm going to get the call. So we're going to get the, we're working on these all the time. Now, the only other thing is sometimes the hoses wear out. That's the most difficult thing to change, although it's not difficult. It's just the most difficult. If they, the same thing that can happen to the cartridge can happen to the head. The head, we send them a new head. That's how hard it is to change the head. The only thing you got to be careful of is there's a washer in there. If you don't have the washer in there, it will leak without that washer. Sometimes that falls out, goes down the sink, and they don't even know it goes down the garbage disposal. They don't even know what happened.
How long have you guys been in the faucet game?
8 years.
8 years.
And the first 2 years was not good. What A&O, we're an independent one. Until 7 years ago, 7 years ago, Eclipse was our only product, although we were independent. They brought out faucets, and we said, wait, we're not going to do that, because we were afraid of it. We waited 2 years and let them work out all the bugs and get it all done. And I will tell you that they are extremely good about, if there's an issue, they address it right away. For example, these used to come with a stainless steel canister, and that was terrific. It looked great. I'd make noise and do all kinds of things. It was a great presentation. However, the sides had to be welded to a bottom, and the stainless steel didn't rust, but the weld rusted. Okay, and so I think in 7 years I saw 3 or 4. I mean, it wasn't a bad issue, but they said, "Hey, let's fix that," and they did. So there's a new on our blog. We got coming out with new heads, which are a little more less prone to plug up if somebody screws up. So they're constantly changing and trying to fix it. It's very responsive. It's a small enough company that it's responsive to change. It can be changed pretty quickly. Any other questions? Okay. The only problem as an independent distributor that A&O had with Eclipse was everybody was asking for oil rub bronze, and we couldn't get oil rub bronze. They cannot get oil rub bronze to stick to it. It comes off. One of my designer friends told me, "Oh, that's just a living finish." Well, this was a little too living. So we looked, Jim and I, we go to all the shows, we go to Coverings and SFA and Kid KBiz, everything, all of them. And we've been looking for 3.5 years to find a faucet company with a quality we could stand in behind. Because remember, I get the call. Okay, so it was real important to me to get a good quality faucet that wasn't sold on the internet. The quality was easier to find than not sold on the internet. We came up with Friendo. Now Friendo has been in the business for 20 years, been making faucets. This is a more traditional faucet. It has a weight instead of a spring. It has, it's not. It's conventional construction. This has got a brass structure, but the nice thing is this copper goes all the way up to the head. That's plastic, so it's lead free, even though it's got a brass structure. But it is a finish. This finish can come off if you clean it with acid. It's going to come off. If you clean these with acid, they're going to etch, but they won't. The finish can't come off. This does have the traditional weight. It pulls back. I told you that some plumbers like them because if the plumbing's in the way or the garbage disposal, they can bend this much easier. It's still a nice heavy faucet even without the weight. I'll pass that around. You can mount that. You can mount the handle in any direction. This is the oil rub bronze. This has been riding around in my car for 1.5 years. So it's the Does it have little scratches? Yeah, if you look hard, you'll find a few scratches, but there's not many. In the winter, it rides on my passenger floor, so the heat blows on it. So when I hand it to somebody in the winter, they're not. It's not too cold. So the finish. What I'm trying to say is the finish holds up pretty well. These come with a lifetime warranty. There is a 800 number in the central time zone you can call, or you can call me, either way. They've been extremely responsive. One of the problems with Clips, they do have an 800 number, but it's in California, so sometimes it's hard to make the connection. Okay, this is the well rub bronze finish. It's a dark finish. It's you can see it's made to look like it's wearing off. I've not seen any wear yet on any of them.
Tom, it looks like those lines kink. Is that a problem?
That's only because of the way it's in my truck.
Okay.
What happens is that I have it on a shelf and I do this.
Okay.
No, we never.
Not really.
No.
Because this one's not kinked, so.
It's because of the way it's in my car. The same thing. That one doesn't, because those things are always bending in my car. Sometimes it doesn't retract as easy as it should. But that's a function of the car, not the. Okay. Okay, that's now that faucet, the well rub bronze faucet there is the Arlington is the same height as the Cascade. Now you could see the Cascade, because the tube is bigger, it reads bigger, but it's the same height. And actually the Oakbrook is taller. But because it's a thinner tube, it reads a little smaller. Okay, this is our pull-out Friendo. You can feel it's a nice heavy faucet. Okay, feel that? It's a little different. Now, this is a much lighter head. The advantage to this is a lot of the older people don't like that heavy Shasta head. They just say it's too heavy, and this is a much lighter, and so you'll get, particularly older people, you'll get them liking that head better.
And that's the stainless stuff, or are we still on
No, this is Friendo.
This is
Friendo,
Friendo,
okay.
the blue one.
That's the brushed nickel finish. Everything I'm showing you from Friendo comes in either finish.
Comes in the well rub bronze and the brush nickel. We have more of these that we ordered for the showroom than the Eclipse. We have one Eclipse. That's the total stainless.
The nice thing with this is once you have one, you can kind of cross-sell all the Eclipse because they're all the same size, they're very similar finish. Okay, with the Friendo, we have our Wheaton. This only comes in brushed nickel. If somebody comes in and says, "Hey, I'm putting granite in my house to sell the house. I need." So it's not a bad faucet. It's just a price point product for somebody who's
Cost conscious.
selling their house. Okay. For selling those remnants, we have the Hanover. They do have a more traditional pull-up faucet. We've been, had them for a year and a half, and they seem to be more up and down, and they don't hit the backsplash. But still a nice. It's not the high-end faucet, but it's much better than sending them to Home Depot. That's it. I've covered everything that I need to cover.
ceramic valves in here, or?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.